First off, I'd like to thank everyone at Harambe Elementary and Crosswinds Middle School this last week for welcoming me into your classrooms. It's been very, very interesting to visit your schools, and I'm really looking forward to the work we're going to be doing over the next 18 months. This will be the first of what hopefully will be our weekly installment of my tech tips. Typically what I like to do is I like to send out to everybody once a week a short 5 to 10 minute video highlighting some new technology tip or application you can have in your classroom. And my intention as time goes on is that and as I start working with classrooms, that the tech tips will actually be drawn from actual classroom experience. This week's tech tip is more of an introduction. So, as far as the grant goes, there's a few things that we need clerical things we need to get out of the way. The MDE is requiring that we all take a survey, and I believe we're going to be setting some time aside during the weekly faculty meetings for that. But I'm also sending you a link. If you're viewing this in your email, you'll get that link to the MDE survey, and you can go ahead and take that any time. Everyone in the district has to take it by the 19th of March. I've also included another survey that I would like everyone to take that will help us, or help me and help the district in working with you in crafting your individual tech integration professional development plans. Each survey should take you maybe 15-20 minutes to complete. You'll have once you start them, you can't save them, so you can take one at one time, another at another time. But once you start a survey, make sure you give yourself enough time to finish it in one sitting. And there is some overlap in the questioning, and that's because the MDE survey we don't really get individualized feedback from. So if you could please take those surveys, I'd really appreciate it. The sooner the better, because if I can start getting surveys, then I can start working on individualized professional development plans. I'd also like to introduce you to show you how you can set up a meeting with me. If you teach at Harambe Elementary, on the Harambe Tech Tips wiki page, near the bottom of the little sidebar here, there's a page called Technology Integration Specialist. So if you click on that, that'll be my page, and it gives me my contact information over here on the left. And there's also a calendar here of where I will be at different times. Right now, I only have this week planned out, so next week is still to be determined. But if you would like to request me to visit your classroom or to meet with you at a certain time, what I'd ask you to do is to fill out this form on the right-hand side here. Just give me your name, which school you're at, what date you'd like to meet, what time, and a brief description of what you'd like to talk about, and then I can arrange that in my calendar. And so that would be how I'd like you guys to, or all the teachers and administrators in the district, to arrange times with me if at all possible. If you're a teacher at Crosswinds, I've set up a similar page or wiki page for you called Crosswinds Tech Tips, and that's at crosswindstechtips.wikispaces.com. And right now this is pretty much a blank shell, but there will be content added to this over time. On the left-hand side on the bottom, there's a link to Technology Integration Specialist, and it's a very similar page. So it has my contact information, my calendar. You can toggle between week, month, and agenda. And then at the bottom is where the form is for requesting me to come visit your classroom. So one other thing I'd like to show you this week in this week's tech tip is something called the digital backpack, and I'll refer to this quite often. This is a tool that I have put together over the last 3 years doing tech integration, and really all it is a directory of free online applications that are useful to educators. And so this is available to you on both the Crosswinds Tech Tips and on the Harambe Tech Tips websites. And all you need to do is you click on a category. So for instance, Office Apps is right here, and the list of available free tools will show up on the right hand side. Now on all these, I've also gone through all the terms of service agreements, and as you'll notice here after the description, there's a little identifier. It either is a little red circle with over 13, a question mark, a green circle with an under 13, or it's going to be a blue circle with an over 18. And all that means is if it has a green circle and under 13, anyone can use it. There's no accounts that have to be set up. It's perfectly safe to use with elementary school students. The vast majority of the tools in here are for over 13. And this has to do with federal law that stipulates that if a student is going to use an email account to sign up for a web service, that they have to be 13 or over or have parent permission. Now, just because something has that label doesn't mean that you can't use it with, let's say, a 5th grade class. It just means you have to have parental permission, or a teacher has to create an account for the students to use. And that's the same thing that's true with ones in here that are for 18 and over. So for instance, this down here, this tool here is an 18 and over site. If you're going to use this, the person creating the account needs to be the teacher, not the students. And if they have a question mark, there's nothing in the terms of service that stipulates age, but most likely that's a service that is a 13 and over.
Hello, my name is Seymour. Many of you have asked how Carl made the character Walter in the video you were sent a couple weeks ago. He used a tool called Xtranormal. Xtranormal is a free online web-based tool with a simple drag-and-drop user interface that allows you to create rich animated movies by typing the dialogue and choosing camera angles, actions, and gestures from a preset list. There are lots of applications for Xtranormal in the classroom. It can be used to hold student attention. For example, I helped Carl co-present a session at a conference last week. Students could use it to introduce each other to the class. You could have students write short scripts to demonstrate their understanding of a wide variety of topics. The possibilities are almost endless.